So I want to talk about philosophy. Now, by all means, I'm not some kind of philosopher, obviously. I'm not some kind of philosopher, but I do study up on my martial arts philosophy, okay? It's a big part of my training, and it's become a big part of my life, right? Yeah, say what you will about all the old heads and their woo-woo martial arts philosophy, but quite honestly, I put some of it into my daily routine and my daily life, and it's actually really helped me on a good path, okay? So one I want to talk about today is the idea of before the fight, during the fight, and after the fight. You can think about the word fight being anything. Before the movement, during the movement, after the movement, right? Take that word fight and put it into anything in your life, right? Anything that means something. For instance, let's take the word argument. Before the argument, during the argument, after the argument. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I never fight with my wife. We never argue. But if we did, right, you could think about it like this. What happened before the argument? Oh, well, I was a smartass, and I said some things that could have hurt her feelings. Could happen. You could think about what happened during the argument. Well, you were a little bit self-centered, and you didn't consider someone else's thought, right? And then you could think about, well, what happened after that argument? Well, you were kind of a dick. You kind of said some things that you didn't mean. So after the argument, how are you going to make it better, right? All three stages of the argument were very important. Was it my fault? Did I say things that I didn't mean? Now, at the end, if I just say, whatever, I don't care, go ahead and cry, or if I think about it introspectively and say, all right, I was a little frustrated, you're right, I apologize. Do what you need to do to make it better. Now let's flip that. Let's say she was inconsiderate. That never happens, okay? But if she did, if it did happen, right? Before the fight, she said something that was kind of rude. How do I act? Well, I know that she loves me, and I know she would never truly try to hurt me. So I can react by saying something back, right? Or I can let it just flow off me, right? During the argument, am I going to keep my cool? Am I going to keep my voice down? Am I going to make sure that I don't say anything rude that I don't mean? After the argument, I know we love each other, but it really sucks being locked down with all this bullshit going on. And you know what? We're just seeing each other too much. So I know it's really no big deal. So I shouldn't act like it's this humongous thing. Okay? So before, during, and after. Now, those were all made up scenarios because we never fight. Okay? Never. But you could think about this with anything, with your employer, right? With the corner store person, someone who you're, fighting over with, someone you're fighting with over a parking spot, okay? All of this stuff, before, during, and after, okay? Now, if it's a real fight, you have to have your head in the game, right? Before, during, and after. If it's before the fight, okay, what's going on, right? What am I seeing? Are there other people involved before the fight, right? Am I just letting my ego get the best of me and trying to see if I can finally test out some of these martial arts skills, you know what I'm saying? Right? Before. Or before the fight, I see something coming. Why don't I just go ahead and take myself out of the situation, right? During the fight, okay, for whatever reason, I couldn't take myself out of the situation, and now we're getting it on, right? During the fight, Is my head in the game, or is my heart beating too fast that I can't make good decisions? So during the fight, maybe there's a point where there's a buddy behind me and I'm not paying attention. Why am I not paying attention, right? Can you have your head in the game while fists are flying, feet are kicking, people are surrounding you, right? During the fight, can you keep your cool, right? After the fight, am I hurt really bad? Do I got anything broken, right? Are the cops coming? Did dude hurt himself really bad when he hit his head on the concrete? What do I do? Do I run? No, I make sure that he's not going to die, right? You got to have your head in the game for all of these stages, right? Hopefully, in that situation, if you could keep your head in the game before the fight and make the correct decisions, step 2 and 3 never even have to happen, right? So before, during, and after. What I want to do now to show you how that philosophy works in your martial arts training, and remember this, all training should work outside of the training floor, okay? And that's a big part of the martial arts philosophy that I love and what I try to share with my students. So we're going to go over how to put before, during, and after in your combinations, okay? We'll get more into that once we move to the heavy bag. So before, during, or after. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. This video is brought to you by, just kidding. Okay, I know I did that again. I did it before. Yeah, you'll probably find that I repeat a lot of jokes because really I don't care if it's funny to you. It's funny to me. Okay, so before, during, or after. Now you can use any kind of movement for this, right? So we're going to call the fight before, during, or after the fight. Instead of fight, it's going to be movement. The movement we're going to do is combo. So it's before the combo, during the combo, or after the combo. Now you can add anything. You can add head movement, you can add dipping, you can add angling, you can add crossing the critical distance line, you can add any kind of block, anything to before, during, or after. So the combo we'll start off with here is combo number 3. Again, this is our combos that we use here. And I know a lot of combos are similar, some of them are a little bit different, but you know, if you do kickboxing, you're probably going to know this combo. It's just jab, cross, hook, okay? Now that's the movement. Now we're thinking about before, during, or after. So let's do an easy one. I will add right low kick, okay? Let's do it before the combo. So before, boom, boom, okay? Let's do it during the combo. So at some point in my combo, I'm going to throw that kick. Okay, so be here, boom, right? Now let's do it after the combo. So that's pretty easy, right? You just throw that kick after the combo. So we've added a right low kick. Let's keep the right low kick. We'll keep it during the combo, and let's add something else, okay? Let's add a slip, okay? So a slip would probably be good to do it before, right? Before the combo, slip, boom, 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 okay? And we got that kick. So we got slip before the combo, boom, 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 combo, low kick after the combo. Let's go ahead and add a dip during the combo. So this can get, it's like fractal. You keep going. You can add technique after technique. And what it does too is it really helps you think in your mind. It helps you have to remember. And it just helps keep you sharp. Also, on top of practicing what you need to do in your combo work. Okay? So we have slip before. Okay? Slip before. Combo. Boom. Low kick. Dip, right? I might have did that out of order. Oh, dip during the combo. So slip, combo. Ooh, here's a good place to dip. Finish our combo. Boom. So good. I just put something together before, during, and after. I added something to before, during, or after to the movement. The movement is that combo number 3. Here's our movement. So again, slip before, dip during, boom, kick after. So let's go ahead and bust that out here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, whoop. Good. And you got to do it a couple times before you forget, right? Boom, 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 boom. Notice what you add will depend on, well, what footwork you do, right? What distance you have in between you and the technique. So it changes what you're doing on the heavy bag, and it adds things that make you have to adjust. And adjustments during a fight or during a sparring match are important, right? It's very, very important. You got to be able to adjust on a dime, right? So one more time here. Slip, boom, boom, dip, during. Good. Now with that dip here, if I want this hook to be effective, I have to move my feet, right? Or I don't have to, but I want to. Boom, right? Then you have that low kick, okay? So let's do another one. So now I have my combo, jab, cross, hook, okay? Number 3. Now let's add something to before. Before, now I have to cross critical distance. I have to get across the gap. I can't do the combo from here. So now we're going to add getting across the line. Critical distance. In my world, critical distance is critical to me. That means how close can I get to my sparring partner or jerk face trying to beat me up and still be safe, okay? So that doesn't mean where I can touch them. That means where they can get me, okay? But since heavy bag isn't going to fight me, I'll just pick a good spot, right here. This seems good, right? A little bit out of range. I can touch him with that front foot or my back foot too if I shuffle up. But this is a good spot right from here. Not too far away, not too close, okay? So getting across the critical distance line. Before, how am I going to do that? There's a lot of ways to do that, right? Just shuffle in, boom, pendulum step. That one's one of my favorites lately, so I'll do that one. So now I have to do before the pendulum step. Boom, now I got my combo. Okay, so before pendulum step. Okay, now let's do something during. So during, let's talk about taking an angle. So cross the critical distance line. Now, during my combo, I'm going to take an angle, okay? Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. Boom, boom. Slow work. Boom, boom. Good. Now after, I'm going to do a backflip. No, just kidding. So here we got before, boom, boom. Taking an angle during. Now what feels good? Study it. What feels good? Right now what feels good is a dip and a hook or an overhand. Let's see what that does. Boom, boom, boom. Nah. Yeah, we'll go that way. And this is the thing, you work it out as you go, right? Boom. So before, during. Right, well, dude, this feels great. I'm going to add an uppercut, boom, and get out, jab out. Yeah, let's try that one. Good. So, and again, this can be anything. You can practice anything with this stuff. If you're, another thing that I've been doing lately are these crash movements. So adding these crash movements. Crashing basically means getting in and doing some work, right? Crash to come in, shoulder to come in, right? Forearm. You can add stuff like that. If you're someone who wrestles, likes to clinch, which I love to clinch, You can work your clinching during the combo, right? So first off, crossing the critical distance line. Boom. Now, during my combo work, body lock, right? And then get out, right? It's good stuff. So crossing the critical distance line before, during, I'm going to get body lock, and after, I'm going to kick my way out, okay? So we're here. Boom, boom. Body lock. Whoosh. Just like so. Woo. Good, let's do one more there. All right, so I think I got my point across there. Hopefully I didn't confuse you too much. If I did confuse you, well, you just need to focus a little bit better, right? Thanks again for joining us. I really appreciate all the support. We're almost at 100 subscribers. Now, I know that might seem like not that big of a deal, but to me and to my producer, Andrew, it's a real big deal, okay? On that note, remember, working your way up in something, right? It's a beautiful thing. That's what we're doing here with this channel. And just to talk about philosophy, remember what makes you better at something, right? Practice, focus, determination, right? Discipline. Those same things that make you better in your martial arts training is going to make you better in anything in life that you do. And one of those things I'm trying to get better at right now is martial arts rebellion. So like, comment, and subscribe. Share this shit with your friends. Much appreciated. And stay safe out there. So look at this here, right? The 9. I take the 9. I put it in the center. Right? I snap my fingers. And the 9 comes back to the top. Art of deception.